YouTube, what's happening? It is Friday, November 15th, and we need to talk about college football because, well, there's 4 games today, and there's a whole bunch of games tomorrow to talk about. So we're going to roll through them like usual. We're going to break down the schedule. We're going to look at the numbers, odds, everything, just try to find some value in some of these games. Now, some of these games are absolute trash, and we know that, but some of these are good games, so we're going to talk about them. Now, with it being this many games, like every week in college football, it is a long video. So if you want to see something like this, where you have every single game typed out for you, you know all you got to do is go to the website and join the HQ. It's simple. I make it convenient for you. It's in Patreon. You can be a YouTube member. Many ways to do it. So it's there for you. If you don't want it, no problem. I just try to offer it, try to make it easy for you, because I know listening to me talk an hour in like 4 different sports, that adds up to a lot of time. So we'll try to make it easy. So other than that, everything I say, you see there will be in the video, guaranteed. So either way, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you watching. Let's go ahead and jump to the first game right now. Okay, so we're going to roll through the 4 Friday games. We're not going to break down every team's schedule, because if it's not a good matchup, it's not a good matchup. So, but if it is, we'll look a little deeper into it. So, like this game, for example, both offenses are great at passing. Both defenses are terrible in the pass defense. So we know there's going to be points. However, if you look at the odds, you can see that it is currently sitting at UTSA -1.5 with a 72.5 total. That is a lot of points. Do we expect that many points to be scored? Maybe, I don't know. But 72.5, I lean the over. I mean, it's clear as day. I mean, look at these offenses versus defenses. I would take the over, but not at 72. I would take it at 63, but 72 is ridiculous. I can't do that, no. So this is a pass for me. I can't touch this. I don't touch that. I do not trust a side in this. Their run defense is good, but they don't run the ball much. So what's the matter? It's going to be throwing the ball, and then it's probably going to be back and forth touchdowns, but is it going to be enough to get to 73? I don't know. I lean yes, but we'll move on. There's other things to play, like Colorado State, Wyoming. Well, this matchup is much worse. Not only do they have bad defense, they also have bad offense. So doubly bad. Game is terrible. You can't take it under because the defense might let them score. You can't take the over because how are they going to get the points? And then Colorado State is 7.5 point favorites. Okay. They can run, and they can't. Their only advantage here is that versus that. I mean, I'm not touching this. No. I'm being a little more selective on my college football plays now. So I can't touch it. You can. I'm moving on. Now, UCLA Washington. UCLA's been playing better. Now, their numbers are terrible, but they've been doing a little bit better, especially passing. But they're the 3rd best pass defense in the nation. They got the 7th best run defense in the nation, but they don't run much, so it doesn't matter. The 33rd, 115, 65, 3. Their strength good, their strength bad. So I do think I like Washington -3.5 at home. It is, if you'll show you, Washington 3.5 currently, 46.5. Nah, I'm just gonna stick with the old dub here. I'll take Washington -3 if I can get it. If not, I'll buy it. I don't care. I'll buy the house. I will always spend 10 cents extra to buy a number to get to a key number. As some people say, don't do it. I don't care. It works for me, so I'm gonna do it. So yeah, I'll take -120 instead of -110. Ooh, whatever. So we'll do that. Moving the hell on. Houston and Arizona and Houston. Ugh. Talking about the disappointment game of the year. I thought Arizona was going to be something this year. I thought, oh, they got the QB. They were whooping everybody's ass last year. It was going to be great. And all of a sudden, this year has been not that. And Houston is miserable. Look how bad they are. Yet they have 4 wins, but they are just so bad. Like, how? Defensively, they're good. Arizona's good at passing, which is one of the good things Houston's at. They have no offense. They can they're almost average at running the ball, but I mean, if you're going to do something, that's what you're going to do it against. So it's Arizona about 2.5, but I can't trust this game. Massive letdown and massive. I knew they wouldn't be good, but this bad, I can't trust this game. So that's the 4 Friday games. All I got is Washington. I can't do anything else. Now we're moving on to Saturday. We start with UMass and Liberty. Okay. Let's talk about this, because Liberty is, there they are. It's Liberty by 14 with a 51.5 total. Okay, not bad. We can roll with that. Again, I'm not opening this game up. There's still nothing to open up yet. I want good games to break down, because this isn't good. Liberty rushing, 104 rush defense. This is Liberty all day. Liberty should win. They're 105 in passing. Their defense is average. Is Liberty going to play with their food? That's what they tend to do. They like 6-2. One of those losses was to Kennesaw. Remember that. As a 27-point favorite, they lost. No weekday games. Okay, crazy. So if they run, they should run all over them. If they throw, how does UMass have the 10th best pass defense? What? That doesn't make sense. It's weird. But it is at UMass, which is concerning. Liberty on the road. 51.5. I'm passing. I don't want to play this. I just can't. I can't do that. Why do you want to play this game? I don't understand these people. What is Northwestern, Ohio State? See, here's a game now people are going to play because they're going to see Ohio State. Look at the numbers. Look at them. Look at these offensive trash. Defense kind of bad. They allow a lot of passing, which is something Ohio State's good at. And if we look at the odds, we see. Apparently, I got to do this. 28.5 for Ohio State with a 43.5 on the old totes. So, do we think Ohio State is better by their 4 touchdowns better? I mean, yeah, I know they're 4 touchdowns better, but do they get in there? They whoop ass. Do they even score? That's a question we got to ask because I'm kind of concerned now. Has Ohio State beaten anybody really by 20, and has Northwestern been beaten by 28? That's, the questions people want to know the answers to. So we want to look at things like that. Not stats. I want your schedule. Yeah, you beat Purdue at home, 45-0. Road game, Penn State. Road game, Oregon. Road game, Michigan State. There we go. Other than that, yeah, they tend to whoop everybody's ass by at least this. Northwestern, they have not been to. I mean, they went to OT with Purdue, and Purdue just lost 45-0. Yeah, you let Iowa score 40. Ohio State might score 70. Like, come on. What are we doing here, people? What are we doing? Ohio State minus 28 is what I'm going to take. I'll get that. If I buy the half, I'll buy the half. But that's what I'm going to take. So we'll do that. And let's move on. Go back to the sheet. Who is next on our list? Okay, next up looks like it's going to be Texas and Arkansas. Okay. All right. Texas, I mean, their offense is good, but their defense, their pass defense is miserable. 125. Ew. 8-1. Tell me this is Texas by at least 10.5, I'm guessing. They're going to give me some random number at that watch. Texas. Sort it up. 12.5. Okay. I think I like 12.5 because the good thing about Texas is even when the backups come in, it's Arch Manning and he's going to keep throwing too. So, and that defense is going to get absolutely shredded come Saturday tomorrow. So defensively, they're good at stopping the run. They can throw and run, but hey, guess what? Texas is number 1 in the country stopping the pass. Good luck. Have fun throwing against that Texas defense. That's all I got to say. Yeah, Texas 12.5. I'm going to play that all day. I don't care. This is technically, it is a rivalry game, a renewal of a rivalry game. I mean, however they're calling this game, I don't care. Arkansas does not have the firepower to keep up with Texas. I just don't care. No. Ewers might have another performance where he has 5 touchdowns in the first half. I mean, come on. Against this, look at that pass defense. There's only 134 teams. So Texas is going to drop back and just launch. That's what they're going to do. It's going to be simple. Over unders 57.5. No, Texas defense is too nasty. I can't. Nope. Just Texas next. Moving on. Tulane and Navy. I mean, what do we have here? It's Tulane by 7 with a 50.5. 50.5 is not bad. Tulane is. Yeah, their defense is nasty. Their offense is pretty good. I'm surprised their passing is not as good as it's been. So, defensively good. Main thing is Navy runs. They can stop the run. That's all you got to do. If you can stop Navy from running, if you're a good run D team, you're going to beat Navy. That's just how it works. So, Tulane by 7 all day. That's all I got to do. Them, Army, hell, a couple of Michigan, they're all one-dimensional. If you can stop the run, you win the game. It's so simple. But, yeah, I'm taking Tulane minus 7 because the Navy defense is just, you can see it. They're in the 80s. They're just not good. I mean, it was nice when they were 6-0 and then Notre Dame just beat them by 50. So it was like, all right, dream over. Moving on. What's up next? Was Clemson and Pitt. Ooh, see, this game had so much potential like 3 weeks ago. And now, there we go. Now I just don't care about it because, I mean, let me show you why I don't care about it. Because you think, oh, this is going to be a great game. What do you mean you don't care about it? Well, let me show you. Pittsburgh's no longer ranked, for one. Clemson lost, 2 weeks ago? Yeah, 2 weeks ago to Louisville at home by 12. Like, where did that come from? Pittsburgh got their ass kicked by multiple teams last 2 games. SMU and Virginia beat them. SMU beat that. SMU scored again, 48-25. They don't, yeah, yeah. Pittsburgh, it was a nice story, just like Navy, and all of a sudden, gone, gone. It's done. So, yeah, I don't really care about this matchup anymore. But we look at the numbers: 25 versus 114. That's all I need to see. And give me Clemson about anything single digits. All I care about. Clemson single digits, 11 and a half. Darn. Okay, let's think about it. 53 and a half is also the total. So I think they're going to throw on them all day. I think they're going to throw somewhat on Clemson. They're not going to run on Clemson. That's not much. 25-19. Pitt's got a good run D. I did not know that. This is why we do these things, so we can see things like that. Did you know Pitt had the 19th ranked run D? I didn't. So UMass having a top 10 defensive piece, that's weird. Still throws me off, but whatever. So Clemson's balanced. Pitt is not. They are balanced defensively. I mean, it's still Clemson, but I don't want to pay 11 and a half. So, and I don't like 53 and a half as a total because, yeah, the offense is good. The defenses are average. I don't know if we get the 53 though. That's just, I can see it being like 28-24 final. All of a sudden that covers Pitt and that covers the under. See, weird things that happen. I'm passing. I don't like it. This one though, this is interesting. Now, I've seen some thoughts online from people saying that, oh, well, Utah's defense is going to shut down Colorado because they're not physical enough. Yes, could be a thing. You can see their defense is pretty good. Their offense is pretty good. They don't run the ball. They just don't. They throw, which is what Utah's good at stopping. Yeah, I mean, now do I like Utah to win? Probably not. No, it is Utah plus 11, and they're on like their fourth quarterback. I think I saw someone say. I haven't verified it, but I think that's what I saw. So 4 quarterbacks is kind of crazy. You know what I'm saying? Their defense is Colorado's defense is average. They're average, which is amazing for them. They're how bad they were last year. Now they're 64th in pass D, 80th. That's a Colorado advantage. 8 versus 18. That's a slight Colorado advantage. 76, 70 is a push. 132 for that. Utah advantage. There's no advantages. It's 50. It's what? 45 and a half is your total. I'm just saying. That's the total. I think Colorado wins. I think Travis Hunter gets a little more hype for the Heisman too, because he's gonna have to do more hype things. So, but Utah defense is gonna make it hard. I don't have a play in this one. So, but we'll move on. I don't. No, can't do it. I can't do it. Let's see. Where are we going? We're going there. Okay. West Kentucky and La Tech. I mean, it's on the list. It's next. So there we go. We have these plays. You can look at them and see that. Good at passing. Good at stopping the pass. Terrible at running. Great at stopping the run. Terrible stopping the run. So the only thing they have is the LA defense. That's the only advantage here for either team. This game is. I mean, it looks like it should be something good. It's Western Kentucky by 12 and a half. I ain't playing that shit. Hell no. No. I got better things to put my money on, and that ain't one of them. So, gone. Moving on. All right, next up on my schedule is Monroe and Auburn. And usually I wouldn't care, but like, oh, Auburn's got this, right? Do they, though? Do they? I mean, you got to ask that question sometimes with some of these games. It's like Auburn's one of those quit teams. I'm saying it's up there. It's right there. It's Auburn by 24 and a half. Like, really? Okay, let's see if we can see any. They're one of the worst passing teams. Auburn's got a good pass defense. They got a damn good run defense. That's the only thing they're good at is running. 40 and 57. Their offense is balanced, surprisingly enough. But they are terrible at running. So, who was the Auburn guy? Let's pull it up. Let's pull up the Auburn's running. I can see Auburn running for like 200 yards. I'm gonna tell you right now. I can see that happening. But I want to kind of look at their schedules to make sure. Because when you look at their schedule, it shows you a cool little stat next to it. It shows the high rush. And there it is. Hunter ran for 278 against Kentucky. Kentucky did that. And that was Kentucky running on Auburn, not Auburn. Yeah, so. No, it wasn't. It was the other way. That's right. Yeah, high rush for the Auburn team. That's right. I got backwards there. Too many sports in a day, I swear. I'm all backwards. Hunter, 278. Auburn won 24-10. That was amazing. Just crazy numbers. And then, yeah, he's been the guy all year. I think he's going to have one of these, maybe not 278, but maybe like a 152 type day against Monroe. Because, I mean, look at Monroe's schedule. They're 5-4. They lost their last 3 to South Alabama, Marshall, and Texas State by 21. This Auburn 24.5 sounds wild, but if anything, I think it sounds good. because of just the matchup they have. The defense is good. They can't throw. They can throw, and Monroe is a good pass D, but it sounds like madness. I don't know. I can't do it. I can't do it. I lean Auburn. I'm just gonna say I lean Auburn, but there is literally the factor that the team might quit because they don't like the coach. It is plain as day. They don't like him. And there's just rumblings and just like there's a slim, I mean, it's Auburn. There's always a chance he might get fired. I don't see it, but there's a chance Dew might get fired this year after literally, yeah, just I can't. Too much turmoil going on in that program, so we're gonna pass on that game. We're gonna be smart. Let's be smart. Let's be smart. We got tons of games. We don't need to bet everything. There's tons of things to pick from. Where are we going next? We're going to Marshall? Yeah, Marshall's up next. Cool. All right. All right, moving on to Coastal Carolina and Marshall. Is it me or this week seems like one of the harder weeks so far? I know we've only looked at a handful of games, but it's I have 4 plays so far. Usually I have way more than that. So let's see if we can keep going. Okay. Both offenses suck at passing. You're great at stopping the pass, so no advantages there. 12th at 122. There's your matchup. 4, 105. Both teams can run. Marshall has a way better chance just because they run for 218. They're 175. Let's see what the current it is. 8.5 for Marshall. 56.5. Okay, both teams will be able to run, so we're not taking it over. That should run the clock. I don't know. They're both the same, about the same. I don't really know. It's Marshall by 8.5 though. I don't. Yeah, I can't. I can't do it. Nope. We're being selective around here. Let's move on to. Oh, really? Okay, this is what happens when you play an FCS team this week. Usually there's a bunch, but a couple teams move theirs up a week so they could because of conference schedules. So Kentucky is playing NA. they're playing Murray State in football, and Kentucky might not have a good day because their offense is so bad. They're 3-6. I mean, come on. No, I don't even know what the spread is. There's no spread. So, all right, moving on. Jack State, FIU. Let's see, 75 versus 71 is a push. 102 versus 11. Nope, best defense. 121, nope, and 4 versus that. Jack State should run all over FIU in this one. Give me a decent line. 12.5. I shall take that. Yes, finally something good. All right, Jack State minus 12.5. I'm cool with that. I am A-OK. Get rid of that. Next game, let's point and laugh. Nah. Alabama's playing Mercer. I don't have a line for this, but I'm pretty sure it's like 40. People, you'll be able to bet on tomorrow. Or maybe there's some places that already have it. But, I mean, they usually play this game before Auburn, but they got Oklahoma next week, which is, hell, about the same as Mercer. Mercer is actually a good team. I think Mercer might beat Oklahoma if they played each other. Just saying. Maybe Auburn too. This might be their hardest game left on the schedule. Just saying. Moving on. Sad to say. Oh, poor Oklahoma and Auburn. All right. Where are we going? We're going Temple next. Okay, bring it up. Bang. Temple, FAU. Ugh. Ugh. All that red. Anything good? Nope and nope. You can kind of FAU can kind of run the ball. Why? Why even play? You're both 2-7. You can't make a bowl. This is ugly. Next. No, hell no. No. What are we doing? Give me a real game. Michigan State, Illinois. I mean, something is better than nothing. It could be worse. It really could be worse. So, all right. How we feel about this? Do I like this one? Let me look at the odds real quick. Give me. There we go. It's Illinois by 2.5. 70 versus 60 is a push. 79 versus 34 is defense. 109, 77, that's defense. 91, 40. It's all defense. Your offenses both suck. It's a total of 47.5. And I'm taking the under. Yeah, this is an underplay for me. Under 47.5. Yeah, 47.5. If you don't believe me, I shall show you. It's right there. 47.5 over under. 2.5 total. I'm not touching that. Yeah, no, give me the under in this one. I think Illinois wins. I don't care. I just don't care about it. It's terrible. It's a terrible game. Look at this matchup. This is garbage. All right, moving on. Underplay for sure. Oh, make sure I get that number right. Next is, ooh, big game. Ready? Yeah. It's Sam Houston by 17. They're 7-2 this year. Remember last year? Weren't they like terrible last year? Now they're this. I mean, my, how things change in 1 year. Kennesaw doesn't have a coach anymore. I mean, there's the whole thing. Did he step down? Did he get fired? Either way, what did the school expect? I mean, you're 1-8. It's your first season playing the big boys, and you're 17-point dogs to Sam Houston, who was playing the big. They were you last year. That's what happens. So 28 versus 93. They're going to run it down your throat. That's the simple. Now, they're going to do it for 17. I don't want to know because, one, I don't want to have to think about this game tomorrow. I don't want to like, ooh, let me check in on Kennesaw and Sam Houston. No, hell no. I'd rather go outside and watch paint dry. I'd rather go outside and lick paint. No. Hell no. Sam Houston should win this game, but I mean, it's on the road. Watch Kennesaw. Remember, that one win was Liberty. Remember that as a 27-point dog on like a Wednesday night, they won that game. Just remember that. This is football. Any given Saturday. So, hell no. Hell no. Whoa, okay. We're going to Utah State next randomly. This is quite, I'm not used to having Utah State this damn early. Where are they at? I passed right by it. Hawaii, Utah State. This is going to be like a 7 a.m. kickoff for Hawaii. This is so early. What is, wow, okay. Yeah, it's at 3 p.m. Eastern, which is noon Pacific, which I don't know what this Hawaii time zone is, but still. All right, 14 versus 56. That's good for Utah State. Utah State's defense is miserable. 42.3 points a game. That is just, that's USC Colorado numbers from last year. That's how bad they are. Yeah, 46 versus that. Hawaii should pass. They're going to pass. They can't run. Their push is passing. That's all it is. What's the over under? It's 60.5. I'm taking it. I'm taking the over. Utah State over has been playing pretty good, I do believe. Let's take a little peek at that. Let's open that one up a little bit. Yeah, I'm opening the random ones. I know. Yeah, Hawaii, Utah State. We're looking at that. Yes, we are. We're looking at how many points does Hawaii score. They can score points. 34. They can let other teams score points too. Look at the Utah State schedule. Look at all the offense. 49-28, 50-45, 50-34, 62-30. Look at these scores. I mean, come on. Come on. This, the total 60.5. Yeah, I will absolutely put a unit on that bad boy all day for that one. Sure, I love that play. That's a good play right there. Happy with that one. So, moving on to Syracuse and Cal. It's interesting. All right, Syracuse and Cal. It is. Bring it back so you can see. Yeah, okay. 6-3, 5-4. Looks like it is Cal by 8.5. You couldn't beat Florida State, but yet you're favored by 8.5, huh? I see. 4 versus 79, Syracuse advantage. Syracuse has fallen off a damn cliff recently, haven't they? Like, they were so good. Like, they were playing great. And all of a sudden, it's like, we don't want to keep doing that. Oh, it's on the CW. The channel where you turn it on and it's literally 10 spots louder than any other channel. Like, you get blown away because the announcers are already loud. That's annoying. Anyways. Look at the schedule. Yeah, you lost to Boston College, who changed their quarterback. Literally, and the starter has put himself in the transfer portal. You lost to that team. You lost to VT and OT. You lost to Pitt by 4 touchdowns. And other than that, I mean, damn. It's just, what happened? What happened? You're going to make a bowl. You're 6-3, but I mean, come on. Come on. Oregon State, oh, damn, they whooped Oregon State's ass, didn't they? And they beat Wake Forest. Okay, okay, Cal. Huh. Yeah, but you couldn't beat Florida State, but you beat Oregon State. You lost 1, 2, Miami. Man, this team is literally what 8 points away from being undefeated? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 points away from being undefeated is what Cal is. And then they whooped ass. Okay, I think I'm going to lean Cal down, but 8.5 is a lot. I don't think I can do 8.5. That's a little pricey, isn't it? And then we look, there's no real advantages. So all that talking to pass, I know, but we talked about it, so that's what matters. Oregon State Air Force is next. I said Air Force. Air Force is terrible offensively. Both teams suck when it comes to stopping the run, which is what both teams are good at. So we should have points in this game. Both teams are pretty decent at stopping the pass, but neither team throws the ball. So they're about the same. If this is close to a pick 'em, it's 3.5 for Oregon State. That just makes sense. With a total of 45.5, they should be able to run the ball at will. Do either team actually play decent? I'm passing. There's just no. I lean the over in this one, but I'm not trying to play every game. No, we got college basketball, we got NHL, we got NBA, we got UFC. There might be a video for UFC. I'm trying to figure out if I want to do it or not. But yeah, so let's see. We keep going. We got Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. We got everything, which I will be watching. Where are we going? Where are we going next? We're having a fun time here. We're going South Florida and Charlotte. I haven't got through the list yet. There we go. Well, look at all that mustard and ketchup. This hot dog in the middle. That's what the hot dog, just the bun with all the mustard and ketchup on it. I can't do it. This game is trash. The only thing you're decent at running, you can't stop it. You're decent at nothing. And I just can't. What's the odds? So I can at least tell you what the spread is. Charlotte. Just so you know, it is USF by 2.5. If you're playing this, hey, good luck. That's all I can say, because you're going to need it playing that game. That game, terrible. Boston College is SMU. SMU by 50. It's SMU by 50, right? 43 versus 102. 29 versus 46. Yeah. 116 versus 113. Hey, maybe the new quarterback can throw, because the last one couldn't that much. 49 versus 5. Yeah, this is SMU all day. 17, right? Am I guessing? 18.5. See, that was close. I was so close. I think I like it. SMU is on a mission. Let's break it down. Let's open it up a little bit. Let's take a little peek inside under the curtain, shall we? In SMU. There we go. Boston College has done what? They won the game. They lost to Louisville, Virginia Tech. They put up points. They give up points, but they put up points. SMU has been... Their losses to randomly BYU, which I picked that game. I had that. That was great. But still, look at the points. Like... Yeah, they give up points, but not many, but they score a ton. I can see, what is it, 54.5? Duke stayed close. Pitt did not stay close. I think Pitt's better than Boston College. I'm going to take SMU by, it's 18. Damn, why was I thinking 13? Ooh, okay, I can't, no, that's just too rich. It's too rich. I can't. I mean, yeah, they should win, but for all we know, the new quarterback is actually better than the starter. We're about to find out. So, okay, next up, keep it moving. Louisville and Stanford. Okay, we're getting close to. Okay, yeah, this should be a blowout too. Where's Louisville? Stanford. Louisville by 20.5. Okay, do we think Louisville goes across country to Stanford and beats them up by that much? They should. Because 16 versus 127, 62 versus 64 is a push, 121, 72, 94, 96. It should, but I don't think Louisville's 21 points better than them. Like 14, sure. And we've seen the road teams struggle this year when it comes to some of this stuff. Like, let's open it up. Like, yeah. Has Stanford lost by 30 to anybody? Or 20 by anybody? Let's look. Well, NC State. Damn, NC State scored 59 points on you? How did you let that happen? That was close with Wake. And SMU score. Okay, hold up now. Okay, okay, maybe they're not as good as I thought they were. All right, I'm taking Louisville. Louisville, have you been beating teams by 25, 30 points? That's what I want to see. 12 against Clemson, not bad. 4, 4, 7, 4, 7, 7, 12. Only these two teams, and Stanford's better than these two. Nope, pass. Can't. You haven't shown me you can consistently beat teams by 3 touchdowns. I can't do it. Nah, player, I can't do that. So we're moving on. All right, moving on to Virginia, Notre Dame. It is currently Notre Dame by 21.5. And I mean, that Notre Dame defense is absolutely disgusting. They're good. They're so good. 38 passing versus 2. Good luck throwing for 250. You'd be lucky you hit 200. 85 rushing. You can't run. If you can't run on them, you need to be able to run on Notre Dame. 100 passing, 119. 13 versus 50. This is telling 51.5. Yeah, I'm taking the under in this because, yeah, their offense is decent, but that's the only thing they can do is run. And if you run, that's going to run the clock. You can't throw that well. And Virginia's been playing okay, but still, you know what? Let's look recent stats. Let's see what they've been up to recently. You beat Pitt 24-19. Under. That game was crazy. Notre Dame has been just throttling teams, 52-3, 51-14. I mean, it's Navy and Florida State. Come on. Yeah, I'm going under. I'm going under. Down under. 51.5. Yeah, 51.5. I'm down with that. I'm cool with that. If I need 52, I'll get it, but I'll take 51.5. So let's move on to a fun one. It is going to be LSU and Florida. Well, LSU just got their ass beat by Bama, and Florida, I don't remember what the hell Florida happened last week. What happened to Florida? I think they played, who did they play? They played Texas and lost by a lot. I got it pulled up. Might as well show you. There's LSU, got the ass beat. Oh, it's a night game in Baton Rouge. The Tide don't lose in Baton Rouge. That's just a saying they always say, and that's true. So, Florida got that ass beat by Texas. They almost beat Georgia. That's a rough back-to-back right there. That's terrible. And then LSU, then Ole Miss. And then it was supposed to be a good Florida State. I can't wait for that Florida State game. That is going to be a shit show. As a Florida resident, I am going to laugh so hard at that game. Anyways, back to the numbers. 7 versus 90. Nussmeier is limping around a little bit. I noticed that from the end of the Bama game because for some dumbass reason, Brian Kelly still had all the starters in with a minute left in the fourth quarter when you're down 30. I don't know why. The dude was limping hard, like struggling to walk. So we'll see how he does, but he should have a good time passing. 62 versus 64. They can't. LSU not running the ball is weird. So, yeah, it's going to be LSU passing. If Nussmeier isn't completely messed up with his ankle or whatever it was wrong with him, he should be able to shred the Florida defense. Is it? What's the spread? It'd be helpful if I could type LSU. I type LDU. Oh, buddy. LSU by 3.5. Yeah, I'm taking that. I don't care. LSU -3. -3 because we buy the half round here, but it's a key number because it makes sense. Yeah, I'm not taking Florida. You crazy? Now watch Florida. Now that they announced the coach is staying, now Florida's going to lose this game by like 30 to LSU. Just watch. Now if they had said nothing and they won, they'll be like, oh, well, see. All right. And Florida's quarterback is still questionable, but supposed to play. We'll see. We'll see. Penn State, Purdue's next. Purdue lost by 1,000. Yeah, Purdue is just not the Purdue we thought they were. This is Penn State by 35, isn't it? It's got to be something crazy like that. I'd be shocked if it wasn't. If it's 28, I'm taking it. It's 28.5. I'm taking it. I mean, look at the numbers. 45 versus trash. 30 versus trash. Trash versus 12. Trash versus 10. The Purdue trash makers is what they are. That's what they're just bad. Now, it is college football. Weird shit happens. Could I envision a world where Penn State gets all cocky, walks into Penn State walks into Purdue, and then all of a sudden loses, and we all laugh? Yes. That would be very James Franklin-esque. So, but I'm going to take Penn State. I just got to. We go with the numbers. The numbers say it. -28. Let's roll with it. Move on. Keep her moving. We're on to Troy and Georgia Southern. Anybody touching this game? Because I don't think I am. Yeah, 2-7 versus 6-3. Let me give you a line because I know you care, and I care that you care. So, buddy, it is Georgia Southern by 7.5. 90 versus they should. Well, actually, that is a 39 point difference. That they have a little success. 42 versus 61, little success. 78 versus 109, little success. No success. This game's terrible. Moving on. These games are making me laugh. I don't know why. Oh, buddy. James Madison, Old Dominion. Get back. James Madison 7-2, but do remember James Madison's 2 losses were both as double-digit favorites. You don't believe me? Let me show you so we can point and laugh together. We're going to. So, James, where you at, James? Show yourself. Okay, there they are. I was like, maybe I'm blind. I think I am blind. These lights are bright. Schedule. Look at these 2 games. They lost to Monroe and Georgia Southern. Both of them, they were 17-point favorites. How do I know this, you ask? Gee, I think it's because I had tickets said that on both of them. They both lost. Yeah. So, Old Dominion, they are 4-5, and here you go. If you want to see their schedule, enjoy. Now, am I going to touch this? Because it's probably watching. I haven't looked at the line yet. I got to type it in. Old Dominion, James Madison 2.5. Someone's hurt. That's all that means. There's somebody hurt. There's a quarterback or somebody's out. There's something going on we don't know about. So let's see. Let's assume there's a backup quarterback. Let's assume. 67 versus 103. Okay. 42 versus 86. They could still run the ball. 49, 103. Yeah, I'm taking James Madison. At 2.5, I'll take them. If they burn me a third time, if they burn me again, because I don't have the time to dig into college football speculation on injuries because the pros, they actually tell you who's going to be hurt. They have injury reports. College is absolutely terrible with it. Even conferences like the SEC, which require it, they still skirt the rules and then they put like 17 people as questionable when we don't know if they're playing or not. It's just, no, no. So I'm just going to take JMU minus 2.5. Because they have advantages in both passing and running, they should be able to win the game by more than 3 points. So we'll take that. Let's move on. All right, I have 11 plays so far, and we only have another like 15 plays to go through. Some of these are skips I can just see right now. I'm looking at the list. Ugh. All right, first up, Baylor, West Virginia. Both teams trying to go to a bowl, obviously. Let's see if they are. I mean, are the bowls? I want surveys done of all the actual players and say, how do you care about the actual bowl game anymore? I think you'll be shocked by the answers that most don't care. The fans care. The old heads that have been watching bowls forever care. But do the 18 to 23, 24-year-old, do they give a damn? I don't think they do. Outside the playoff? Yeah, they might get a little swag. They might get a little something, but I don't think they give a damn. Just saying. Hot take, I know. Spicy take, even. So, Baylor's 1.5 with a 59.5 total, by the way. Both defenses are terrible. Offense is good to average. Terrible. Bad. Below average. Let's see, 61 versus 120. Baylor should throw the ball all day. 97 versus 72. Nope. Both teams can run. Both teams have defense, run defense. So, Baylor has 2 advantages versus 1 advantage. I'm taking Baylor. Yeah. Baylor by 1.5. Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. That's 12 plays. Woo, look at us go. Add that to the list. All right, let's move on to the next game. Nebraska, USC. Now, USC is a team that, I mean, he's not, but he should be. I mean, if there's a coach in a hot seat, it needs to be him. How do you go from last year and then be worse? Like, you were already, like, disappointing last year, and now you're just miserable. Like, you benched Miller Moss, you brought in the backup, and it's just... Yeah. And then now you're hosting Nebraska. Nebraska might body you. I don't know what's going to happen in this one. It's 7.5 USC. I'm not touching this game. Who knows what could happen in this game? This is just a weird one. No. No. If it was in Nebraska, I would take Nebraska, but it's at USC. 67 versus 95. That's Nebraska. 101 versus 52. That's USC defense. 13 versus 51. That's USC. And that's, see, there's two, one free share. Just can't. No. Next. Can't do it. Can't do it. South Carolina, Missouri. Yeah. This might be the blowout of the day. I'm just going to tell you right now. This might be one of those games where you sit down thinking, ooh, I can't wait to watch this game. And all of a sudden you're like, what else is on? Because this game's boring now, because we've been saying it for weeks. Missouri's a fraud. That's just what they are. They're fraudulent. If you're a Missouri fan, you should know this. I'm not apologizing. You should know this. 76 versus 33, 98 versus 8. The defenses are going to rue the day. They're going to reign supreme in this one. Everything's good, except South Carolina has a little bit of advantage around the ball versus that 52. Their defense is nasty. Their defense is pretty good too. Is South Carolina by 14? Okay, makes sense. You see, even the odds makers are like, yep, Missouri's a fraud. 41.5 is a total. Do we even get the 41? Like, do we even get the 35? These are average. How come I being 14 is crazy? That's crazy. That's too much. That's too much. I can't. Move on. Nope. Not around here. Not around here. Georgia State and Arkansas State. There's some garbage if you want to play it. Both teams decent at passing. You're decent at stopping it. You're not. So maybe Georgia State might be the move here. I mean, if you want to play it, by all means, enjoy, because I'm sure the hell ain't. What's the line? It is Georgia State by 3 with a total of 59.5. Bad offense, bad defense. Can't do it. Next. What we got? Rutgers and Maryland. Crab cakes in football. And passing is 9th in the country versus 85. Okay, Maryland. We see you. You can't run the ball, but that's fine as long as you can throw it. And Rutgers can't really do anything. They can kind of run, but they're going to shut that shit down. That's Maryland all day. That is Maryland by 5.5. I am taking that one. I like that. Crab cakes in football. That's what Maryland does. Nice. 5.5. Like it. Love it. Want some more of it. Let's see. Go down. Bring those up. Bang. Okay. All right. Moving on. Interesting one. Interesting one. Blue on blue, but not on the blue. So 8-1, 6-3. Decent matchup. No one's talking about. Except 71 versus 94. That's a slight advantage, Boise. 5 versus 110. Wow. That is didn't expect that. 2 versus 75. Yeah, we expected that. What's the line? 14 and a half, huh? Okay. We gotta break this one down. I think you know where I'm leaning. I think you know where I'm leaning. If you've been watching me any of these weeks, you know where I'm leaning. Let's look at some schedules. Let's see what's happening. San Jose. You beat Oregon. You beat Oregon State. You lost to Fresno. What? How? But you beat Wyoming. But you lost to Colorado State. How? What? Boise's still doing work. But they only beat Nevada by 7. What? What the? What's going on? Oh, college football, you fickle bitch, you. Okay, this is what I'm taking San Jose plus 14 and a half. You're giving me this matchup of this versus this, and you're giving me 14 and a half points at home in November? Yeah. Now, Boise might whoop ass. That's fine, but I'll handle it. I'm taking this. This is just too good of a matchup to turn down plus 14 and a half. That's what I'm gonna do. You can do what you want to do, but I'm gonna do this. Hell, be funny if they won. Just saying, because 5 versus 110, that's a big old difference. And 2 versus 75, that's not as big, but it's still big. I don't see why it should be 14 and a half. 7.5, 10.5, sure. But you're giving me 2 touchdowns, I'll ride with it. So we'll take that and move on. Let's see what else is up next. All right, next up, Southern Miss, Texas State. And Southern Miss is terrible. I mean, they're good at pass D, but that's about it. Everything else is miserable, and they're good at running the ball. It's 130. Texas State should run the ball down the throat. Let's see. Can I get a line? Give me a line. Let's see. Texas State. 27 and a half. Bruh. Like, what are we doing with this line? It's a 5-4 team as a 4 touchdown favorite. No, I don't know. I know. I will never put 27 and a half points down on a 5-4 team against a 1. Never. Yeah, I know the numbers are there, but no. No, hell no. I can't do that. That's ridiculous. Oh, you can. I'm not. South Alabama, Louisiana, the Raging Cajuns. Let's see. This is a damn good offensive matchup. Look at those greens. They are good, both teams. Defensively, not the best. So 32 versus 123, there's your matchup. That's your, as Josh Pate would say, your paper popper stats. So 17 versus 51, 32, 34, both teams. Yeah. Let's look up South Alabama. Louisiana by 7.5. I think that's what's going to happen. The over-under is 60, by the way. Defense, 21-28. That they're combining for 56-ish points. You're going for 70-ish points, 71 points. Yeah, I think I'm trying to decide if I like Louisiana or if I like the over. I think I like Louisiana by 7.5. Yeah, which will be 7 because obviously I will buy the half because that's what I do. I buy halves. Moving on. Sometimes I set that number there, try to trick you too. They'll be like, oh, look, it's plus 7.5. Why did you jump on this side? And all of a sudden you take it and you lose by 30. It's like, darn, I gotcha, bitch. Okay, State. Arizona State 7-2. Where did that come from? I was not paying attention to them all year. Okay, we got to look at this one. How? I just don't. What did you do? Who have you beat? All right, you beat UCF. Okay, you beat Oklahoma State. Nah, they're suck. Cincy got you. They beat Utah. They beat Kansas. They lost to Texas Tech. Texas State, who was a 28-point favorite, by the way. Mississippi State. I watched that one. And Wyoming. Not the toughest schedule. Really, I mean, Utah, but Utah's not a ranked team anymore. None of these teams are ranked anymore. So, okay, so they're 7-2, but they're not really good. Okay, that's what I need to know. K-State has their 2 losses were to BYU, who is good, and Houston. You lost to Houston? Oh, how? Oh, I bet on them last week. That's what happened. It just reminded me. I bet on K-State to beat Houston by some crazy number, and all of a sudden they lost the game. Man, sports, I tell you. Let's see, 94 versus 84. That's a push. 77-63. That's a push. 26 versus 8. Yeah. 18 versus 34. Okay, let's see. What is the spread? Let's see. 7.5. Nope, they can keep that number. I don't want none of this game. Get the hell out of here. You burned me last week. You ain't burning me twice. Oregon and Wisconsin. All right, Oregon's going to buy a mansion in Wisconsin, let me tell you, because it's not going to be pretty. I don't care what anyone thinks. If Oregon does what Oregon should do, let me see. Give me a good number. 13.5. I'm taking it. Wisconsin's 5-4. I get it. Yeah, it's like, oh, they're 5-4 and Oregon's great. Yeah. No, I'm looking at more things like stats, and I'm looking at Oregon's on a mission, and Wisconsin. Think of it when Alabama went to Wisconsin. Look what happened. You lost 42-10. Same situation is probably going to happen when Oregon comes to town. And it's a night game too. No. And Oregon has been they're just beating up on everyone they play, except for Ohio State, obviously, and Boise. Everyone, and Idaho. But still, they're beating up. Yeah, I'm taking Oregon. I mean, yeah, I thought about some more. Yeah, I'm just taking Oregon. There's just no, I mean, they're on a mission. It's clear as day. So we're going to take them. Let's move on to the next game, which is going to be, who is that? Is that Georgia? It is Georgia. Georgia, Tennessee. That's a fun one. Okay. All right. So first thing I've noticed is there's a lot of damn green on defense. That's just the fact. You see all the green. It's all there, plain as day. Nico is supposedly out unless something changed. If he plays, he's not going to be 100%. So there you go. And Carson Beck forgot to play quarterback. So it's simple. That's all we need to know. The over-under is 46.5. I'm taking the under. It's the under in this one. We don't need to go too deep into this because I don't see how they're going to score. Neither team. And Georgia is favored by 9.5. If Beck remembers how to play quarterback and does what he's been doing most of the year, he's going to struggle against Tennessee secondary because they're pretty good. So just give me under 46. I can see this being a very low scoring game. So take that. Moving on to this game. And this game is rough. So New Mexico State, A&M. Both teams can run, but the only problem is A&M is a 39.5 point favorite. If you think they can score more than this, hey, go for it, because they might be able to. Not only that, they got to play defense against a team that, well, it's New Mexico State. So, yeah, good luck. Hell no, I'm not doing it. I can't do that. Wake and North Kakalaki. Okay, so we got these two, 4-5, 5-4. Looks like we got Carolina by 11. I don't know why. 47 passing versus 132. They are terrible pass defense. 36 versus 93. Hell, the over 63.5. Why is it so high? If that was like 58, I take it. But 60, I want 62.5. I might consider it, but not 63. So this is going to be a pass. I'm just not feeling this. This is not. All right, next up is UAB and Memphis. 2-7 versus 8-2. What could the possibility of a line be? Let's look. It's Memphis by 15.5 with a total of 62.5. Both teams are good at passing. About it. And UAB has the 5th ranked pass defense. They are nasty when it comes to defense. Not rushing, because Memphis will be able to run down their throat, basically. They can't run, so that's Memphis. Passing, UAB's got potential to pass. 62.5 is too much, though. How? Why? Why is it so much? I don't know. But I'm not taking Memphis by 15.5, though, because that relies on them running, and I'll pass on this one. Just not feeling it. Not feeling it. And weird things happen when they play each other. I remember last year's game. It was kind of weird. So we'll leave that alone. We got things. Cincy and Iowa State. Iowa State. What? This is a decent game. Let me open these two up, because Iowa State has not been doing anything they should be doing recently. They lost to Kansas and Texas Tech. Like, what are you doing? You were ranked, you were making big moves, and all of a sudden, just not good. Cincy lost to Colorado and West Virginia. Okay, well, stats: 31 versus 9 defense. 20, I mean, they'll still pass, but not as much. 27-86, they probably go over their average. But I'm not trusting this. Yeah, 55 versus that. Yeah, I'm not trusting this team. What is it? It is Iowa State by 7.5. Not trusting it. I don't. No shot. I can't do it. I can't do it. Let's go. Wash State in New Mexico. Washington State is 8-1. That is crazy. Look at the defensive numbers. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Total 70.5, by the way, with a 10.5 for Washington State. I mean, 30 versus 112, 52 versus 121. This feels like one of those games. It might be 50-50. I'm taking the over. Let's have some fun. I'm taking 70, just 70. So we'll have a little fun with this one. I just think they'll be able to either run, or the offense is going to push everything they can. All 4 advantages are offensively. Yeah, that's an over for me all day. Let's keep it moving. We are on BYU and Kansas. BYU should smack Kansas around. Should. But BYU's only favored by 2.5. Why? 84 versus 21. That doesn't help. 14 versus 67. Kansas can run a little bit. 55 versus 89. BYU can pass a little bit, and that's a push. BYU's 9-0. They're not. I don't see them losing to Kansas. I'll take the bait. BYU minus 2.5. It feels like bait, but I'll take it. And the last game on the schedule. Oops, come back. Last game on the schedule is San Diego State UNLV. Does anybody care? Because they can't throw still. Even the new quarterback can't throw. They can still run though. 6 versus 106. They should be able to run. They can't do anything offensively. And it's UNLV by 21. Oh hell no. That's too much. That's too much. I can't do that. 54.5. I can't do it either. So that's a pass. So we come here. We go up. That's all the games for the week. That's a good bit of plays. That's a good bit of plays. Kind of. Oh, let me get rid of the ones I'm not playing, because I'm not playing any of those games. Okay, that looks a lot better, I think. Yeah. I'll take that off. I'll take those off right there. Okay, it's a handful. I can deal with that. So, all right, not bad. Okay, so yeah, I appreciate you watching. Drop a like, subscribe. Go there if you want the entire list of plays typed out for you nicely and everything there. Other than that, I appreciate you watching, and we will see you next week for some more college football. Peace.